Alex Martinitis, joined by Kaylee Unruh and assistant coach Mike Eastman for the game against Carthage right here on a nice Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. How are we feeling, Coach?
Feeling good. Looking, tough game the other night against North Central. The guys had a good couple days of practice, so we're ready to bounce back here and play hard.
How is the team chemistry going in to this game compared to dealing with quite a loss last time?
Yeah, we just took those couple days in practice to focus on ourselves and kind of the things we need to do better. And we're also focused on just being a great teammate, picking each other up when some guys are feeling down. And, they've done a pretty good job with it throughout the year. And North Central was a tough game on Tuesday night, but, that doesn't define us. So we're ready to go back, play how we normally do here.
The CCIW is a really tough conference. What are kind of your mentalities going into playing each of these games?
Yeah, every game matters just as much as the other. Any of these teams can show up and play great on any given night, and us ourselves included. So that's what we're looking to do every day here.
And what are the keys that you would say for this match?
These guys are going to be big hitters, big blockers. So we just got to be smart with what we're doing with the ball. Their experience, again, like some of these other teams we're going to play, and we just got to serve tough, just focus on that serve receive, and when we're in system, rip at it, go for it,
Very nice. Thank you so much, Coach. I'm Alex Martinitis, joined by Kaylee Unruh, assistant coach Mike Easton, and we'll come back real quick after a small break.
Thanks, guys.
Berg drives one in the air to center field. This is down for a base hit. The Titans are going to win the ball game. Ethan Berg walks it off, and the Titans storm all the way back with 9 runs in their last 2 innings. They win it tonight, 13-12.
I can see it now, the smell of the grass on the quad, that sense of excitement in the air each fall. It feels like yesterday. While I'm no longer 18, I know there are students out there ready for an opportunity like I had, for the space to discover passions, bond over dreams, and make lifelong friends. Breakthrough at Illinois Wesleyan University.
Yeah, I can't hear her, but I can hear myself. I can't hear myself.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care. From general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Behind every Wesleyan success story is a community. One made of alumni and friends devoted to creating opportunities for the next generation of Titans. When you support the Wesleyan Fund, you make a difference. Join us in providing a first-class education, a rewarding campus experience, and a lifetime of opportunities. I'm Norm Esch, a graduate Illinois Wesleyan and the head football coach for the past 35 years. Join me in supporting the Wesleyan.
The Titans are going to win the ball game. 2023 CCIW Men's Lacrosse Tournament champions are the Titans.
6 to shoot. Roach wrangles in. The leaner off the glass and in.
All right, and we're back from a break. Good afternoon again. I'm Alex Bardinitis, joined by Kaylee Unruh, and we are here today for the Iowa men's volleyball game against Carthage. Looking at some similarities, Carthage has also played Lakeland, Dominican, Concordia, Wisconsin, and Benedictine. All wins for Carthage.
Not many losses for Carthage over here.
Oh no, their record, they got a pretty good record here. Only 2 losses.
Wow.
And our record used to be 2 losses. But recently, kind of upped that a little bit, which is totally fine. It's a tough conference right here.
It is a tough conference.
CCIW is an incredibly tough conference, but since their last game on Tuesday, they've had a lot of rest time, a lot of practice time, hopefully getting back some of that chemistry, and a lot of good stuff to look forward to today. We heard from assistant coach Mike Eastman before the broadcast, told us a couple keys to the game. It's going to be a little bit of a tough one. Carthage got some really good players. They're currently ranked number 5 compared to North Central, who is ranked number 18. Sorry.
And
Titans lost in 3 to North Central on Tuesday. So we're very excited to see what Titans can do today coming back from that. What are we thinking, Kaylee?
You know, we have strong players.
We do.
We
really
do. It's just all about that communication and teamwork aspect that I feel a lot of teams don't have as strong of a connection as ours do. So perhaps if they can just tap into that team connection, some magic could be worked.
Yeah, chemistry and connection especially with setters and hitters is super important, because if you don't have that hitter-setter connection, you can't really run an effective offense. But also, trusting your teammates, being able to do your jobs and trust that your teammates do theirs, super important in the game of volleyball. That's consistent between both men's and women's. And I think a team like this, I mean, they're super close. The culture's great, both on and off the court. And with a 10 freshman class here coming in, I mean, they've done really well so far. So they can only grow from here, keep getting better. We're excited to see what's happening.
Having 10 freshmen on one team is a really large margin.
I mean, compared to Carthage's roster, there's only
looks like 4
or 5 freshmen.
Yeah.
So not as big of a freshman class, but they also do have a lot of experience with a bunch of juniors, sophomores, and seniors. So we can see some advantages and disadvantages on both sides. But also the fact the Titan program is a 5-year program, so they have a little bit less experience, like building up the program in those words.
Yeah.
But Carthage has been around for a little while. I don't know exactly how long.
Clearly long enough to get themselves up the ranks.
To become number 5 in the country.
Yep.
Certainly. Yeah, but looking forward to this, and now we'll send it down to the court for pregame ceremonies.
Fans, good afternoon and welcome to the Shirk Center for today's men's volleyball match between the Firebirds of Carthage College and your Illinois Wesleyan Titans. At this time, we ask you to please rise and face the flag at center court as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let's meet the starters for the visiting Firebirds. A sophomore, number 2, Owen Hendricks. A junior, number 6, Ryan Morey. A sophomore, number 13, Ben Heiss. A freshman, number 14, Hudson Schweitzer. A senior, number 15, Ryan Cholowinski. A sophomore, number 21, Owen Otto. And senior, number 4, Zach Nolan. Firebirds are led by J.W. Kiekeffer and assisted by Jacob Bush, David Marcus, and Cooper Chemnitz. And now, the starting lineup for your Illinois Wesleyan Titans. A freshman, number 7, Ethan Kuzella. A freshman, number 11, Gavin Rollwing. A freshman, number 13, Trey Merrick. Senior, number 21, Jake Coogan. Sophomore, number 31, Bryce Williams. A sophomore, number 34, Brendan Ryder. And junior, number 4, Jace Milka. Titans are led by head coach Brandon Mueller and assisted by Mike Eastman and Alec Mucha.
All right, we've met both the starting lineups for both teams. A little bit of a change on the Titans side since the last match. They're starting in a different rotation.
Nice addition of Trey Merrick.
Yes, Trey Merrick is starting.
Right up on.
Carthage with only one freshman in their starting lineup, which would be number 14, Hudson Schweitzer.
We got 3 of ours in to start.
Yeah, so we can see. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Carthage. Similar warm-ups. I love how hyped they get.
Me too. Lane Suddenly in the middle. Another freshman. Kind of I would say the party animal of the group. I think he's always bringing that energy.
Yes. All right, shortly here we'll get into the game after we check the lineups. Oh, Jake Coogan was already practicing his defense. Oh, yeah.
Look at him go.
Here comes Jace Milka with the libero switch. And for Carthage, Zach Noland. Brendan Ryder for the Titans takes first serve.
Brendan Ryder to serve for the Titans.
Carthage takes first point off the middle kill by Ryan Cholowinski.
Ryan Cholowinski to serve for the Firebirds.
It's a fun last name you got there. Cholowinski.
They got a lot of fun last names. Overdig. Bryce Williams out of the back row, dug up.
Could not save that one.
Good touch off the block Unfortunately, ricocheted a little too short in front of the off blocker. Bryce Williams with the assist. That ball is out of bounds. But a smart shot going for that deep corner. You get more space. Serving error for Carthage. Titan point. Benzema comes to check in for Trey Merrick.
Benzema enters with the Titans to serve.
Love their little cheer for him whenever he serves.
Great dig by Zema. Off the head of Carthage blocker, Bryce Williams with the kill. There's been a lot of plays that have happened in this gym of balls flying off people's heads. Both Coogan brothers did it when they played Dominican.
Oh yes, I remember. Benzema up again.
It's one way to use your head in volleyball. Out of the back row, Milka with the dig. High hands for Williams, but recovered. And a crossbody swing from Owen Otto for the kill.
Ryan Maury up to serve. That's a familiar last name. For my family listening, you know what I mean?
Great push by Brendan Ryder. Able to muscle through the Bloomington wall. Gavin rolling with the swing. Out of system, great shot. And that ball goes down for Ben Heiss.
Kill for Ben Heiss.
A little bit of scrappy play here on the Titans side. Pass off the hand of Benzema, can't be recovered. And Coach Mueller takes the first time out of the match. Titans trailing with a score of 2-7. What do we think's going on here, Kaylee? What have we seen so far?
I feel a lot of nervous energy in the room. I think they just need to relax, take a few deep breaths, even though they are playing number 5.
I was going to say, I feel like they're taking number 5 in the country a little too much to heart. I mean, Carthage has certainly shown their skills. They got a lot of good offense going on. They've picked up pretty much everything on defense, a lot of great touches. Their block is in the right spot, good serving pressure. But the Titans just need to, I feel like they're lacking a little bit on their first ball contact. That pass is not really getting to the setter. So you can't really run too much of an effective offense, and that also takes your middles out of the offense, which our middles have been super effective in the past. So fixing that first ball contact is probably the first step to closing that gap here in the score. But also, energy seems a little bit dead on that side of the gym.
They need to put a little more power and confidence into their work right now.
Honestly, both teams are a little bit quiet. From what I can hear from up here, it's hard going away, traveling away and creating your own energy, but being home, having the community that we do, women's volleyball and women's soccer are on the bleachers You can see them on the side supporting men's volleyball. That's a free ball over for Titans. So close on that dig.
Hill for Hudson Schweitzer.
Ryan Morey is still serving, just off the tape.
Ethan Kujella finds the sideline. That ball's in.
Kujella for the kill.
Jake Coogan into the front row. Gavin Rowling goes back to serve.
Gavin Rowling to serve for the Titans.
Gavin Rowley was a pretty impressive player last game on Tuesday. Was doing social, and a lot of my highlights
for
were
the
him.
Titans. I mean, the game on Tuesday, stats-wise, didn't yield a lot for the Titans. There were only 2 players hitting positive, and the team's percentage was negative. Ethan Kujella takes the assist to Bryce Williams. Carthage block, meets the ball.
Nice block, gotta say. We got a nice little block party going.
I mean, we're pretty matched in height if you look at rosters, but Carthage is consistent with their height. That ball is in. A kill for Jake Coogan. Finding the sideline seems to be one of the keys here. Ethan Kujella back to serve for the Titans. Titan point. That ball was on the Titan side. Another overpass off of Ethan Kujella, but they called that ball down. That sounded like a body contact to me from up here.
For sure.
Vince DiCasola checks in for Ethan Kujella. Hudson Schweitzer back to serve for the Firebirds. Bryce Williams with the pass. Great dig by Otto. That ball's in the antenna. Trey Merrick checks in for Benzema. And Bryce Williams back to serve. Tipped into the tape. Tape shoves it back on the Firebird side. Titan point. Pursued by Milka, but off the hands of Coogan. That's a high swing in the middle. Number 9, Joe Kolwitz.
Joe Kolwitz
and to serve.
To serve.
No touch on the block. Kolwitz to serve again.
Not their lone Ohioan, but one of 2, looking at the roster.
Out of the back row, just long.
Outside.
Firebird point.
Kolwitz, 6-foot junior from Worthington, Ohio. Trey Merrick off the hands. Off the hands again with the kill.
Trey Merrick
At first you don't succeed, try again.
You're darn right. Ben Heiss back in for Colwitz. Jake Coogan goes back to serve for the Titans. Yeah, especially with a block like that, as high as it is for Carthage, you can recycle that ball. You get, like, don't try to go for the kill. If the ball's too tight, you're not in the right position, use that block to recycle it, get the rebound, and then do it again. Out of the back row, dug up by DeCasola.
Just had a moment up here.
A little bit of miscommunication there. I'm surprised that ball stayed in the air for as long as it did. Usually if you look at somebody for that long, the ball finds the floor before you find the ball. But able to get that up. But
Owen
still,
Hendricks serving.
Firebird point. Fireboard.
Firebird, fun
Fast.
mascot.
And
Ooh!
Ryan Cholowinski puts that down. Sorry, Cholowinski.
That had me really impressed right there.
Well, you look at the vertical and then you just swipe it. That ball out of bounds.
Titan point.
Brendan Ryder back to serve for the Titans. Ethan Kujela checks in for Vince DeCasola into the front row. Ball goes over. Net violation for the Titans.
Net violation. Point for the Firebirds.
Substitution for Carthage. Jack McDonald in
enters
for Ryan Cholowinski. Tomahawk, ball goes over. No touch on that block, 4 contacts. Firebird point.
Jack McDonald is a 6'4" senior from Vernon Hills, Illinois. Lots of Illinois residents on the Carthage College.
Service error. Service error for Carthage.
It's a mouthful to say right there, Carthage College. Lots of Illinois residents for Carthage, even though Carthage is in Wisconsin.
Benzema checks in for Trey Merrick and is back to serve. Service error for service error.
Just outside of the line.
Titans still trailing by 9. Number 12, Ruben Emmerich. Checks into the front row.
Put it down, Bryce Williams.
Another service error for the Titans. Just long. Williams off the hands. Benzema with the dig. Tight ball, able to be recovered. Just long. Ethan Kujela recovered. Brendan Ryder trying to go to the deep corner. Hudson Schweitzer with the kill.
It's my favorite chant right there. They said that about you a lot. She's a freshman.
Out of bounds, Titans take that. Ethan Kujala back to serve.
Ethan Kujala to serve for the Titans.
10-point difference. Let's see if we can close the gap here a little bit.
Titan point. Finds the seam. Owen Hendricks with the kill between Jace Milka and Ben Zima. Then Steve Casola in for Ethan Kujala.
Devin O'Callahan enters for Carthage to serve.
Devin O'Callahan to serve for Carthage.
Freshman from Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Another freshman in.
The only Minnesotan? Is that what they call themselves? Have to ask a photographer.
I was gonna say we gotta ask Audrey.
Yeah, we'll have to ask one of our friends later, but.
Out of the back row, finds the deep court. Back third. That's a kill.
Very hyped Carthage bench over here. O'Callahan again.
And an ace for Carthage.
Wow, just inside of that line.
25-13.
Carthage takes that first set. The score of 25-13. Now I know it might not seem great for the Titans, but compared to the third set on Tuesday, which was the first time that they had lost under double digits, at least they were in double digits this time, looking for a little bit of a positive. And there are other things that are going well. Jake Coogan with a 1,000 hitting percentage. He's got 1 kill off his only attempt. Bryce Williams hitting an 83 with 3 kills. Got 6 kills total for the Titans. They are, however, hitting a flat 0 hitting percentage.
Some shenanigans going on the camera right now.
Carthage is hitting a 522. Owen Otto hitting a 600. And Owen Hendricks with a 333. Both Schweitzer and
Cholowinski?
Yep.
There we go.
Words. Both hitting 1,000.
Wow.
And that's a total of 14 kills for Carthage. So if we look at that offense a little bit, we can break that down kind of to first ball contact. I mean, we saw a little bit. First ball contact broke down for Carthage just a little bit. The couple overpasses, so that made it tricky for them. But once they got it in system, especially with the passes from number 4, Jack Noland, senior from Glen Ellen, Illinois, they were able to keep that more in system, run a good offense, and find those spots on the court. On the Titans side, looking a little bit messy. And just kind of a breakdown of communication, like you were saying, Kaylee.
Yep.
Lack of energy.
Being able to talk to your teammates is so important.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my coach, Kim Nelson-Brown, who is currently with Illinois Wesleyan swim and dive team for their conference.
In Kenosha, actually, where this team is from there.
We did the polar plunge this morning. She drove down to do the polar plunge with us and then literally drove right back up after that to be with swim. My roommate Caroline Stanger, shout her out on the live stream, is currently competing on the swim and dive team. Wishing her and her teammates best of luck as they finish those competitions. And right now, let's see what the Titans can do to clean up some of those errors and start pushing back at Carthage, because it's one thing to do what you're doing, but it's another thing to take what they're doing and push back against it instead of just getting complacent and not really pushing back at all.
Right.
Got to be aggressive. Starting lineup looks the same for the Titans as well as it does for Carthage. So not many changes there.
You know, I can always find Trey Merrick on the court. You just look at those neon green shoes. I know
neon
exactly
yellow?
who that is.
Yeah.
Neon yellow, you know, either or.
I mean, neon green and neon yellow are pretty close.
It's not a big neon gal.
Color of my highlighter.
Yes.
Owen Hendricks with the first serve. Too much of a lead on the back row attack. And by leading, I mean set was too far in front of the 10-foot line. Because when you want to lead your hitter, it means you want to put the ball in front of them enough so that they can get a full approach with good momentum. Kujella with the save. Actually, there was a change. Ethan Kujella is setting now. Possibly, unless he's just playing defense. But it looks like he's setting. Yeah, Brendan Ryder. That's off the hands. There is a touch on that ball.
Point Titan.
Brendan Ryder with the kill as he goes back to serve. Now let's see if that switches up. Let's see if we have Ethan Kujella set from the front or if we have Brendan Ryder set from the back. And a dump for Carthage into the middle of the court.
We got Ryan Chalowinski up to serve for Carthage. I will take personal responsibility for saying that last name for you.
Gavin Rolling puts the ball down. What a kill. Now, it's momentum plays like that get the team going. Look at that on the replay. Set one of the Carthage players back in a backwards roll from the sheer power of that swing.
Yeah, such an impressive player. A few weeks back, you got CCIW Defensive Player of the Week twice in a row.
Yep, which is, might I add, really hard for a middle to do. Service error for the Titans, because defensive player of the week normally would go to a DS or a libero, but having it go to a middle for blocking and just being such a aggressive player up at the net, Gavin deserves it. Ethan Kujella off the hands, that ball drops with a kill. I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like the momentum has turned around towards the Titans' side. Carthage point, there was a touch off the shoulder of Ryder.
Carthage has a decent audience here today.
They do.
For the fact that they're located in Wisconsin.
When we played Carthage came up here too. There were a decent amount of, that's a nice, out of the back row from Owen Otto for the kill. Yeah, there was a decent fan base when we played them as well. I think it's close enough compared to at least for Carroll is also in Wisconsin. That ball's out of bounds, Titan point. Ethan Kujella back to serve. Milka with the hand on it. Bryce saving it, and Benzema puts it over. And that ball's in. That's a kill for Ryan Morey. Hudson Schweitzner back to serve. Jake Coogan just out of bounds, just to the side. But another great idea going for those corners.
Must be so frustrating when it doesn't work out the way you want it to.
It is. I can tell you that. Oh, service error for Carthage. Titan point as Trey Merrick checks back into the front row for Benzema. Yeah, I mean, at that time too, like, Coach Mueller can't be disappointed with that swing. It is an aggressive, really good swing. And like that being a millimeter out off the sideline is just a minimal snap of the wrist. Like breaking it down, it's really just a small change on your snap or on your wrist control. It seems like such a big deal, and that's a lift on the Titans. And possibly a double contact. Both Di Casola and the ref gave each other a shrug. Trey Merrick with the kill. Substitution. Ben Heiss back in for Joel Kolowitz. And Jake Coogan back to serve.
Jake Coogan's one of 4 seniors we will be saying goodbye to after the season's conclusion.
Oh. A slide down the line for Ryan Cholowinski.
You did it.
I did. I said it.
Gosh, you did it.
I was going to say, his family's probably in the stands, but if they're watching, I apologize for the last name butchering. I understand. I have a tough last name as well. Great follow for Trey Merrick. Ethan Kujella checks in to the front row. Vinci Casola out.
Brendan Ryder serving. Brendan Ryder's always one of my favorites to watch. I had the privilege to write a whole article about him for Howard Campus newspaper, The Argus, of which I am sports editor.
Yes, always from Hendricks. Gavin Rowling puts it down, but it's recovered. Blocked by Cholowinski.
Block party over here. It's one of my favorite celebrations that they do. I like the block party. I think it's so funny.
When we were in season, we didn't figure out the block party was a cheer until we were done. So we pulled it up for our conference championship, and then when we were in NCAAs, but we didn't have it in our arsenal. Trey Merrick with the tool. Benzema checking in to serve for Trey Merrick. And Cholowinski switches out with the libero. There's a lot of libero switches happening there. So I always feel bad for libero trackers.
Oh, yeah. Benzema.
Service error for the Titans. Ryan Morey back to serve. Off of high hands, but recovered. Recovered again. Off the tape. It's a tricky shot. And Brandon Mueller takes his first time out of this set. So a lot of stuff happening here, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the score difference is not as much as it was last set, so the Titans are getting their mojo back a little bit.
They've definitely pushed back a lot more onto some of the stuff that Carthage has been doing against them. But, I mean, Gavin Rolling had one heck of a kill.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the starter that got the cart moving for that momentum and that energy to come up. But it's been overall a lot cleaner. Besides a few communication errors here and there, that I feel like communication still needs to be a lot better for the Titans. But, I mean, compared to that last set, definitely an improvement.
Tyler Wilson, live stream coordinator, just throwing his keys everywhere back here.
You can hear it through the mic. Look, on Carthage's side, a lot of good stuff from them. Quite the offensive threat, still hitting a 514 for their hitting percentage compared to the 53 for the Titans. They have 20 kills compared to the Titans' 11, so a little under double. And Maury serves. Gavin Rolling with the kill.
I mean, what were
right out of the timeout.
I'm telling you.
He's the face of a competitor. Look at that when he walks off.
He means business.
And the eye check, the way that he could see the block in front of him, and he pulled crossbody because he could see where his body was, where the blocker was. And there's the Bloomington wall. I think that's the first appearance of it this game. At least there's the block party on the bench. Look at that again. Ethan Kujella and Jake Coogan closing the block in right in front of it. Dug by Brendan Ryder to Ethan Kujella. One-handed dig, that goes over. That ball hits the antenna, but a smart shot. I mean, pulling crossbody down the line when the block is pulled into the court. I mean, it's good that Bryce Williams can see those shots that are available. Now it just comes down to execution. That ball is down, and that's an ace for Owen Otto. His first ace of the game. Off the hands, dug up. Power tip by Ben Heiss into the court. The middle of the court for the Titans has been a little bit of a wound.
Tricky spot.
Tricky spot.
Tricky spot.
That goes over. A little bit of one-handed digs. Takes advantage of Brendan Ryder running back to his spot. And there's the second timeout called by Coach Brandon Mueller for the Titans.
Firebirds have a 6-point lead now.
It's not as bad as last set, honestly. But, I mean, the Firebirds are doing an excellent job at defense. Oh, my goodness.
Would you say that their defense is on fire?
I would, actually. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love when I broadcast with you because your words are amazing.
Just witty, what can I say?
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, their defense is, like Kaylee said, on fire. If you look at the block and
I always wonder what's going on in those moments where I'm like, okay, the clock is out. Are we playing now? And they're still conversing. I'm like,
I don't know what that conversation was about. I'm assuming it's probably about some of the net stuff, but Ethan Cugella with the tool right out of that timeout. And Ethan Cugella goes back to serve. And we're back to the Cugella-Ryder duo with the setters. Brendan Ryder hitting now as Ethan Cugella sets from the back row.
Cugella is the tallest guy they have on the team at 6'6".
Oh, look at that. Great angle. And a tool retaliation from Heiss. Vince DiCasola back in. Yeah, Ethan Cugella is a setter opposite, so being able to have, again, that depth to the players, to the roster, to the court, like it helps your advantage, and that's a serving error for Carthage. Titan point. Trey Merrick checks into the front row for Benzema. And Bryce Williams goes back to serve. Power tip dug up. Milka with the assist. A roll shot from Brendan Ryder.
Bryce Williams to serve for the Titans.
Off of Jace Milka's hand. Kolwitz and Emmerich check in for the Firebirds. We got a lot of sports playing today. Women's basketball's on the road. Men's lacrosse is at Aurora. Their score currently 12-6. Another kill for the Firebirds. And if you notice now, we have a section of bleachers that we put back, so there's a lot more real estate now. But I think they're gonna call it, if you run past the green, that it's out of bounds, just because that's how it is on the side of the bench. Just long, Titan point. Jake Coogan back to serve. But yeah, women's basketball, I think, is playing Augustana.
Ethan Kreutzer enters for the Titans.
Ethan Kreutzer enters for the Titans to serve for Jake Coogan. His first appearance this match. And a tool for Hendricks. Firebirds have a two libero switch going on here, both interchangeable, with Zach Nolan and Austin Mallory. Firebird point. That's an ace. No? Out of the back row, off of Jace Milka.
Dear Lord, whenever that happens, I'm just like, I don't think I could take that to the chest.
Dug up by Williams.
That was a nice
And a block for the Firebirds, set up by Emmerich and Cholowinski.
I have to admit, I like the Titans block party a little better. Who's this? Owen Hendricks? Who it is?
Slightly out of bounds. Titans hitting percentage goes down. Well, actually it went up from the last time I said it, but it's at a 64. Beautiful pass by Williams. Recovered by Mallory. Able to be put over. Gavin Rolling puts it down again.
Firebirds almost looking like they're flying to it on the ground, but
I love your puns. Oh man, I wish I could be as witty and clever with my puns as you are. I'm just,
bit outside of the lines here.
That's honestly great awareness for the front row players on Carthage, recognizing that ball was an overpass, and also recognizing that ball wasn't in the right position to be hit, so dropping their arms, letting it go out. That's kind of something that you tell players to do when you're being tooled. Drop your arm so that the ball goes out of bounds. Off the tape, sends it a little. Oh wait, that's in. I thought, never mind.
Gavin Rolling kill.
Gavin Rolling gets another kill.
Mm-hmm.
He is now, once the stat system updates, he's at 286 now, but I'm thinking
it'll be more.
I'm thinking it's closer to 300. Yeah, 375. Boom.
Here's Benzema up to serve.
Out of the back row for Hendricks again. Gavin Rolling. Down.
Another one.
His 5th kill. Another one. His 5th kill of the match. Ethan Quaitzer really hyped for that. Sent to the back.
Oh.
And that ball clears the stands.
Carthage takes the second set, 25.
And Carthage takes the second set, 25-17. Honestly, I think the Titans have a lot to be proud of that set. They definitely pushed back. Their offense is getting better. They're at a 96 now. Gavin Rolling hitting a 444 with 5 kills. Ethan Kujella, a 100. Brendan Ryder with an 1,000. Still not that much of a match to the Firebirds' 500 hitting percentage, but definitely an improvement from the first set. What are we thinking here, Kaylee?
I know there's a lot going on.
There's
a lot going on.
It's literally like volleyball as a sport. Like you'd think that there's not, like, it's so easy pass set hit, but there's so much that goes into the sport that you have to think about, that you have to do. Like, there's so many components, so many aspects to it that not a lot of people think about or see. I mean, it's easier for me to say it just because I do play volleyball, but like even from an outsider perspective, Kaylee, like you would say, like you could say how complex the sport is.
Oh, trust. When I was in middle school and they were like, yeah, we're gonna do volleyball in gym today, I was crying. Like, I don't understand how you guys do it, to be honest.
You were more of a basketball girly.
Oh yeah, I played basketball in middle school. It's the last time I've touched the court, but yeah, there's just so many moving parts to volleyball, and from my outsider perspective, find it very impressive that everyone can move around each other so fluidly and easily. Most of the time, I'm just like, I'd be running into everyone.
Oh yeah.
I'm just knocking. I'm clumsy.
Well,
you know.
That goes back to communication too. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You run into people when you don't have that communicative aspect, especially because, like, it goes back into trust and like connection between players. Because when you trust your teammates. You're able to do your job. You trust them to do theirs. So that's what happens too with that communication aspect. Like that paired with communication allows, defensive balls to be picked up by libero or middle back or the setter, and then obviously the middle blockers closing with either pin, usually because it's the pins who are the ones who set up the block. So pins, when they take it out, they have to communicate where they're setting up the block. In our program, we do a 1, 2, 3 up kind of thing. So that's like with our crossover step. The footwork's a little bit different here for men's volleyball, as they have significantly longer strides with such tall players, but the fundamental is still the same. Seeing as what we saw in that set, Carthage is up 2-0. If they win this set, they sweep the Titans. It'll be their second sweep this week. Maybe, we don't know yet.
We don't know.
I'm not trying to say anything. I mean, it's certainly an improvement from the first from the first set. So I think the Titans have a lot to be proud of in that regard. But Firebirds, a great team all the way around. They're completely solid, and solid both in the block, both on defense and offense. I mean, setter-hitter connection is out of this gym. Like, the communication on their side too as well. You can tell how practiced, how prepared, how scouted they were for the Titans. I mean, everything's checking out here. And Brendan Ryder, first serve of the set. Over dig. Out of the back row for Hendricks.
Right there, found that spot on the court again. The Firebirds are definitely bringing the heat, one would say. But I think the Titans can bring it right back.
Yes, they can.
I was waiting for that one.
I can tell. But again, you're the one with all the puns. I'm gonna let you handle that. Trey Merrick with a kill. As Benzema checks in to serve in the back row.
Team player, you see him high five everyone when he gets on the court.
Such a team player and such high energy. Like, I would love that. I mean, women's volleyball team high fives a lot, but like that just shows his teammate-ness. That's not a word, but you know what I'm talking about. A little too far to the right. It's a Carthage point.
It's not normally what you see from Zima.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen him.
I think that's
serve a little
his
too
first
far
service
to the right.
error. This is his first service error of this match. Gavin Ruling off the libero. Another kill.
This kid is literally on fire.
Gavin Ruling is on fire. But like that's who you look to. That's who you set when you're in trouble. When you have a player like that who can put the ball down no matter what, that's who your go-to is, basically. Great defense from the Firebirds. And a net violation called on the Titans on Bryce Williams. It's at times like those that you don't want to see unforced errors like a net violation. Oh, hits the ref, but that ball is in the corner.
We have an issue with hitting the line judges in that
We
specific
really
corner.
do.
I'm not really
it's
sure.
It's that corner every single time. Although the other corner got hit a couple times in the last match, I think. But Ethan Gujala back to serve.
Thought he was about to roll
Hendricks
his ankle.
with the kill. The air time that Hendricks has is insane. I mean, that was a little bit of a trick play, too. They had the middle jump, and I think our blockers jumped with the middle instead of the pin on the outside, so they were on their way down. A little bit more of an open net. No touch. Schweitzer back to serve.
Got the Titans rowing over here. Row.
What if we had a row team? I mean, we don't live anywhere near water, but... And that's a touch off the block. Bryce Williams with the kill on the right side.
You did know that they considered women's rowing.
Oh, they did?
Right?
Oh, it was between rowing and flag football, which we now do have a women's flag football team here, which is set to be put in for next season, right? Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think so.
Got a coach and everything. She's up and
She's
running
awesome.
and ready.
I know a couple of the women's players. Oh, kill for Hendricks. Yeah, I know a couple of our women's players have given some recruits some tours, so.
That's awesome. So excited for that.
Oh, yeah.
Next.
Colwitz in to serve. Owen Hendricks hitting a 600. That was his 6th kill of the match.
Wow.
Service error for Firebirds. Jake Coogan goes back to serve for the Titans.
Just a 1-point difference right now. We could work some magic here, I think.
I was going to make a Phoenix pun, but I just don't think that's smart enough. That ball over and in from Jake Coogan. Hendricks with the soft touch, but put down by Ryder. I love as a player. I mean, look at that on the replay. You can see he just hung there. He's got that airtime too, was able to grab it and put it down.
Just like,
I mean, for blocking, at least the strategy is you don't want to time your block, because if you time your block, you're going to get tooled. And by timing, I mean like you want to be up there. Titan point. That could have been really bad. There was a completely open net for the Titans.
But something happened and Titans got the point there.
Trey Merrick jumping in the middle a little bit. But that worked out. They got bailed out. Hendricks, a little bit of a whiff, but that ball finds the court. I forgot what I was saying before, but I don't think I finished my sentence. It's fine.
This is what we mean by so many moving parts of volleyball.
Exactly.
We don't know where we're going.
You really can't. You need like you need breaks to talk about that kind of thing. Tool for Brendan Ryder. Oh, it was about Brendan Ryder. That's what I was talking about. It was the hang time.
Oh, yes.
And timing the block. Oh, yes. Now I remember.
We're always talking about Ryder, though. I mean, truly. An excellent player.
A little miscommunication
Right
between
through the
him and
hands
Williams.
there.
I mean, that has definitely happened to us before, but
yeah,
it happens especially, too, more so when the libero's coming in to cover tips and the middle kind of touches the ball and pushes it back because then there's nobody back there. But, I mean, those miscommunications can happen all over the court, which is why you have to over-exaggerate that communication in order to make it effective. Soft touch from Gavin Rolling. Smart play. That ball was like, wow. It was like a little rainbow drop. But it works. Cholowinski in for the Firebirds.
Got Trey Merrick serve.
Jinx. There was no whistle blown. He gets another try. That works out for them.
A little court matchup issue over there.
from a serving error perspective, I would rather serve out than into the net. I feel like it's worse if you, especially, I don't know, because I feel like serving out is less of a change than if you were to serve into the net. Bryce Williams with the kill.
Wow.
Hendricks runs out of real estate.
About ran himself into the stairs.
Our broadcast keeps going out up here.
Been having to text Tyler.
Gavin rolling to serve. Overpass, maybe not. Still dug up.
Benzema, Bryce Williams.
Kujella with the set. Gavin rolling.
Gavin rolling.
Out of the net. Go get it. Oh, that ball almost stuck up in the rafters.
I always forget that you can use different parts of your body in volleyball.
It is completely legal
to
hit the ball with any part of your body in the game of volleyball.
Dude, the first time I found that out, I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, that's why, like, you could, for soccer players, if you hit the ball with your head, I mean, completely legal. That ball goes down from Owen Otto.
For me playing basketball, I couldn't kick the ball into the net. That would be a lot harder to do, try to score off of your foot.
I feel like it's harder for basketball because you got a smaller little bit of real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Benzema with the pass. Out of system. Touched and recovered. Into the deep corner for Hendricks.
Benzema always the first to throw himself out there, quite literally.
Timeout called by Coach Brandon Mueller for the Titans. First timeout of this set, but if we look at the score, Titans only trailing by 2.
Yeah.
10-12. A lot of scrappiness, a lot of good defense, and I think the communications picked up a little bit more. Kaylee's dancing up here.
I love this song.
we always love the soundtracks.
The last match on Tuesday had no music, and it was like so dead.
It was
so sad.
I think that could have also contributed to the score on Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They need that relaxed energy that feels like home, you know.
Oh yeah. If we take a look at some stat leaders here, Carthage, Hudson Schweitzer leading with 8 kills, Cholowinski with 6, Hendricks also with 6, and Otto also with 6. For Illinois, Wesleyan Williams with 7, Rolling with 6, Merrick and Kujella both with 4. The hitting percentage still a bit of a gap with a 469 for Carthage and 154 for the Titans, but Titans did bring that up to the 100s, almost 200s, so lots of good things that we can see here. And now Otto with the serve. Service error for Carthage, Titan point. Ethan Kujella goes back behind the line. And that is a kill out of the back row. A little bit interesting thing here on the Titan defense. We saw Jace Milka, who is wearing the libero jersey, playing middle back, and Benzema being in that libero spot. We've seen Coach Mueller change it around a little bit.
Must be very convenient to have players that can be as versatile as basically each of our players can be.
Definitely. I mean, switching in a DS for a hitter like the switch out with Trey Merrick and Benzema, it just adds that extra defensive aspect to your back row, which can be an advantage. But then you also have to have communication for those first ball contacts. throw in from Ryder. That's a touch off the block, Carthage point.
2 for the Firebirds.
Another timeout from Brandon Mueller. Almost, what was that, 2 to 3 points away from each other? A couple points? I don't really know. I mean,
You mean the score?
That timeout was a little fast.
Oh.
No, not the. No.
I was like, can you do math, Alex?
That's 5 points, Kaylee. I'm aware.
Misunderstood the question, the
no,
statement.
I'm talking about the timeouts.
Yeah.
They were pretty close together.
Yes, just a couple of points.
I mean,
yes.
we are in the later half of this set. Firebirds with 16, Titans with 11. So, you want to, what? You want to stop the bleeding a little bit before it gets too much, because they were 2 points behind before when the first timeout was called. But then also they've made a little bit of a string of errors here. Carthage pushing back on the Titans' adjustments, which goes to show their experience, the depth of their team, their IQ, their preparation. Like, they know where people are hitting, especially on the pins. I mean, the only unpredictable hitter that I would say that they've faced here is probably Gavin Rolling. But Gavin Rolling is also a really smart player and can see that block in front of him. So even if he's going one way, that's a service error for Carthage. Even if Gavin Rolling is initially predicted to go one way, he can see the block and he can go the other way, just with the arm control and wrist control. Bryce Williams back to serve for the Titans, and Trey Merrick goes back into the front row. And that's a tool. Colwitz in to serve for the Firebirds. And Emmerich in the front row.
Those are some good, consistent substitutes we've been seeing on the Firebirds side. Oh, Chase Milka.
A little bit more miscommunication, but able to keep the ball in play. I can't talk. Firebird point. Gotta be careful on those back row attacks. If you crank a little bit too much, that ball's going into the net. But you also don't want to sail it out of bounds. So it's a just right situation. A little Goldilocks thing. Recovered. Trey Merrick finds the deep court in the Langle spot with a kill. Jake Coogan to serve. And we got those substitutions for Carthage happening again.
Ryan Morey and Ben Heiss back in for Carthage.
Ooh, Luke Harkey's first appearance.
Me whenever someone new's on the court. Luke Harkey getting to serve.
First appearance in this match in particular. Also a senior, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think our third of 4 to make an appearance. See, I'm telling you, they look like penguins when they get down on the ground.
Well, none of them wear knee pads. Like even on Carthage.
Oh gosh.
No, I mean we see some knee braces and knee sleeves, or like full sleeves, but
I never noticed that before. You're right.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Like the amount of bruises that I have on my knees. Serving error for the Firebirds. The amount of bruises I have on my knees. We did an entire diving practice on Wednesday. It's crazy. I need knee pads. Brendan Ryder with the serve. Out of the back row, dug up by Milka. Trey Merrick, dug up by Nolan. That ball, a little bit more of a messy play, but Great pushback from the Firebirds. And sticking with it.
One of our photographers down here just able to sit down and chill with no bleachers in their way.
I was gonna say, we can't really see it from up here at the table, but the no bleachers being there, certainly probably different depth-wise, seeing how much space you have for running after balls. Gavin rolling with the soft touch and a kill.
Got them right there.
More
Benzema
smart
coming in.
decisions. So sorry I cut you off.
It's okay.
More smart decisions from the Titans, especially Gavin rolling, switching up the soft touches and straight just kills. Keeps defense for Carthage, sticks them on their heels, keeps them from getting to that ball.
Oh yeah.
Which I think a couple other players need to do a little bit, or at least just find ways to use the block. Dug up. A little flat ball right there. Maury serves again.
That was a serve we'd like to see from Benzema, but carrying it through is a different thing. Cannot speak from experience.
Oh! Wow. I mean, that ball went right down.
Yeah.
From Owen Otto. Right? Yeah. Wow. The amount of vertical that you need to do that is crazy, especially on a men's net. Off the hands, that is a touch. Kill for Otto.
Oh, service error.
Service error for the Firebirds. Gavin rolling back to serve for the Titans. The Firebirds 2 points away from closing out the set and sweeping the Titans. Good dig by Gavin rolling. That ball goes over, but able to be recovered. And the ball drops on a miscommunication. Firebirds now at match point with Otto back to serve. It's a great use of that song for a cheer.
It is. It really is. Oh.
A service error on match point
That's okay.
for the Firebirds. I've done that once or twice. I got yelled at so much. I got so scared. Like I would get so scared if I was up at match point just because I got yelled at for missing. Which, you know, yeah, is completely warranted. Block for Bryce Williams. The first solo block from him of the match.
Titans delaying the
delaying.
Firebird set conquer.
Closing that gap just a little bit. I want to see if they can make it to 20 before. Just left out of bounds, or right, I don't know what directions. Carthage takes all 3 sets, sweeping the Titans 3-0. But on the bright side, each set grew in score for the Titans,
yes.
So we can see lots of improvements.
I think they should be proud of the way that they played today.
I mean, plus, you play competition like this, number 5 in the country, number 18 in the country. Like, you play those teams, you get so much more experience, and you're able to play, like, playing that good competition. So, in foresight, I guess, it's really good. Is it hindsight? Hindsight. It's great for the Titans.
I mean, and they also got to play number 1 NYU on the road when they were in Massachusetts
for their weekend trip. What was that? Last weekend? Or the weekend before?
I mean, yeah, a couple weekends ago by now, but I mean, it's really good for them to gain this experience against top competitors.
For sure.
I was so jealous of them. Going home where they were playing was like 45 minutes-ish, an hour away from
your house?
my home in Vermont. So I know Springfield, Massachusetts, basically like the back of my hand. And so the fact that they were able to go over there to Mueller's alma mater and
Coach Mueller
play, it must have been really special for him.
Yeah, Coach Mueller spoke about it on Tuesday, just how nice it was for that trip, bonding-wise, and getting to see the coach that he actually played for. He was still there. So getting to see him was great, he said. So I think the guys really had a good time. And we will hear from a player of the match and Coach Mueller right after we take a small break. Maybe. Yes.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Behind every Wesleyan success story is a community. One made of alumni and friends devoted to creating opportunities for the next generation of Titans. When you support the Wesleyan Fund, you make a difference.
I'm Alex Bardenitis, joined by Kaylee Unruh and Jake Coogan here. So Jake Coogan, after the match, what were some of the things that you thought worked really well for you guys?
I thought we did a really good job, forcing Gavin Rolig when we needed him in transition. He did a really good job scoring some points for us. I thought we did a really good job also, getting some good block touches and kind of making it easier on our backrow defense to play. I thought, the pins, Carthage, they're a big team. They put up some really strong blocks, so I thought we did a really good job, finding ways to work around that in a couple cases. And I just kind of like that we kept trying. We didn't want to let it go, give it up, just keep trying to figure it out in the court and just keep playing.
Coming back from the match on Tuesday against North Central, a little bit of a tougher loss, but compared to that, how do you think that you guys have improved?
I think we've improved. I think it was a little bit of a cleaner match on our side. I feel like we did a much better job, not just getting, punched in the mouth by the other team and just kind of deer in headlights, like, oh my God, what do we do? I thought I think we handled the pressure a little bit better and. Didn't want to, just have a repeat of what happened on Tuesday. So I thought we were a lot more calm. As you saw, I thought we did a really good job making plays. It was just in those little moments where some like unexpected stuff happens, and Carthage being Carthage, you need to do a better job of working around that.
Some of the communication errors, and walk me through kind of what the saying was in the timeouts or in those instances that the miscommunications happened.
It was mostly just a lot of, hey, you just gotta talk it out, be vocal, go get the ball, don't hesitate. But it's also more of a trust thing. If trusting the guy to get the ball in his area and play his defensive zone and do what he has to do. It's errors are gonna happen, and it was more of just like, yeah, happens, it sucks, it's unfortunate, but like, let's just keep moving. It's not the end of the world.
Overall, I think a pretty good match. Thank you, Jake Coogan. And I'm Alex Bardenitis with Kaylee Unruh, and we'll hear from Coach Mueller when we come back.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Coming back, I'm Alex Bardenitis, joined by Kaylee Unruh and Coach Mueller for the Titans. Coach, a lot of stuff to be proud of.